I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
Nuts. You thought?
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon! Well, it's another day. And guys, I am here in spirit because the Cowboy, king of entertainment, is no more. Today, it's Rudiggz Day because sitting in that very chair right there will be none other than Rudiggz, because Rudiggz came all the way to New Jersey so he can be here. So guys, you will see myself and Rudiggz live on screen. So I'm trying to get another chair that I can sit down next to that chair so it could be the both of us. Matter of fact, let me move this out the way. All right, so hold on, guys. Let me move this chair out the way. Okay. All right, cool. So, I am the Cowboy, king of entertainment, and I'm back with another stream. And today we're going to do 30 minutes with Rudiggz. And if you guys don't know who Rudiggz is, then you must be living under a rock. You must be living under a tall hat. You must be living under a waterfall. I don't know where you've been living, but all I know is Rudiggz is the man, the myth, the legend. He's Captain Canada. He has the lovely flowing locks. When you see this guy, you think to yourself, Greek god. Yeah. So Rudiggz, since the day I met him, I told him it's something about him. Something about him feel a little Jersey. Something about him feel like one of the guys around the way. So I'm happy to have a special guest of Rudiggz because he is such an interesting guy. He's such a sharp guy. I'm telling you, I said this many times before. If I could put together a team of content creators, first draft pick is Rudiggz. No offense to anybody else. But with that being said, guys, we got a show for you. First things first, we got special. Hold on, guys. Dinner just came in. All right, we're gonna have to put the Rudiggz thing on hold. See that? Popeyes. I'm sorry for you other countries that don't have these. Got the butterfly shrimp. Okay. Guys, this is entertainment. King of entertainment. Yes, I could stop the show to show what I got for dinner. All right. Red beans and rice. Woo! This is all right. Hey, listen, you don't know about it. And those biscuits. No, I bet Rudiggz is gonna be mad right now because I bet you they don't have a Popeyes where he lived at. I'm just saying, there's some haters out there, man. And Rudiggz might be one of them. All right, now before I was rudely interrupted by my wife bringing me my dinner. So, guys, tomorrow is the PlayStation showcase, and I have a feeling it's gonna be epic. But I don't want to discuss it myself. That's why Rudiggz will be on here with me so we could go over this PlayStation showcase. And I mean, I hear it's a little event next month, Xbox thing. So I guess we'll talk about that too. But guys, trust and believe and trust. As swift as my spin kicks are, we're gonna have an epic show for you. So, with that being said, let me get a good one off. Woo! All right, there we go. Now, with that being said, you know what? Hold up first. Before that's said, what does this look like? The lights ain't on. Fish tank light ain't on. Godzilla light ain't on. Like, yo, who is setting up this place? All right, there we go. All right, let me move my food to the side. All right, cool. Now, with that being said, guys, I am the Cowboy, King of Entertainment. If you're new to the channel, this channel is like 4 channels in one. I'm making it quick. I got vlogging is on here so you can see me and my life and going all around in my honeymoon in Mexico. Guys, you know what it is. Just check me out. Then, bam, I do reviews. Guys, I review stuff like this. Best mobile controller ever. It could fit my phone. Even reviewed my new case. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, just check out the channel. It's everything you need is on the channel. Also, I do movie reviews. Check out my Fast X review. It was really good. Did a lot of good numbers. That was cool, surprising. I'm bringing those back. Also, you're going to get podcasts or talk shows or streams like this. I'm going to have guests come on. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. We're going to chill. It's going to be epic. And also, there's going to be a lot of gaming because I am a fan of gaming. So, reviews, podcasts, gaming, and vlogs. There you go. All right, so I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you guys grab a chair, and we're going to bring in none other than Rudiggz in the building. Hey, Ru. Come on, bro. What do you mean? You had to go back to Canada, but you was just in the backyard. You know what, guys? Unfortunately, he left. He jumped in his portal. So he is back in Canada. But with that being said, we're going to bring out none other than Captain Canada himself. The man, the myth, the legend, the guru. When this guy walks out, the lightning cracks up in the sky and the ground beneath the feet start to shake. It's Rudiggz is in the building. Let's go.
What an intro. Actually, I took the portal back to Hawaii, so I'm chilling in the heat.
Oh, okay.
What can I say?
Bro, I was going to put the 2 chairs up. I look back and, jump back in the portal. Like, that ain't right.
Oh, man, thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you for the massive hype up. My head grew 3 times as big backstage. Oh, man. Captain Canada, what up? Obi, thanks for shouting me out. Yeah.
Now, Rudiggz, hold up, man. We got something to celebrate. Because as of yesterday, you hit 200 subscribers. And today you got 201. Guys, give it up.
Yeah. Oh, it's just absolutely epic. I'm just gaming every night, 10 p.m., just having a
Mhm.
good time playing games I love, chatting it up with people, just being vocal, being there, being present, learning a lot from you, reading out the chat. I look at you as sort of like a guiding light,
Oh
standing on
man,
the shoulders of everybody I've sort of around in this circle gathered. So I want to thank you
well,
because I've learned a lot from how you treat your show, and I wanted to bring
yeah,
it into mine. I think it's equaling success. So
yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
Well, Rue, listen, man, I'm gonna have to pull the sleeves up because we got some business. We're gonna get our hands a little dirty because gaming is getting crazy out here. Xbox versus PlayStation versus Nintendo versus. So we're gonna get into it. But man, you deserve it. Now, here's what people don't know. Bro, at one point in time, you was full on Stadia. So you had to shift gears and restart over. So people got to realize, like this guy, like you wasn't even doing stuff on your channel. You was doing it mainly on the other channel. So it's kind of
Yeah,
cool that people got to think about that. Like, oh, wait, he's had to start over and you still doing stuff with Nads
exactly.
and
Yeah.
Dorgon.
Because at one point I was really lost after Stadia crashed. I mean, I had talked to you about it personally
Yeah,
as well, sort of finding out my direction. Where am I going to go from here? I was thinking of abandoning the channel all completely.
yeah.
But I brought it back. I wanted to do the gaming podcast. I love being involved in it, being on top of what's coming out. So we still got that going. But at the same time, I wanted to bring me out, Rudiggz. Everyone has their own name, learning from people. So just came
Right.
out, started from zero. Last time I was on your show as a guest, I believe I was around 30 subscribers. I'm climbing up
Woo.
slowly but surely. And yeah, just I'm having a good time and loving it. I'm bringing my wife into it. I'm just
Yeah,
bringing
man.
family, just enjoying the whole experience and the ride.
Listen, I think it's great, man. So I got a couple questions for you. I'm glad you're here because we're gonna talk about the Sony thing. Also, I want to say this. I remember when Stadia was no more, and we're scrambling trying to figure out what to do. And I remember you sent me a really cool picture. You want to tell these people what the picture was?
Yeah, I mean, I'd listened to a lot of people around me. The writing was on the wall when I had left Stadia. I wanted to get into great experiences. And there was one sort of avenue there that was pushing out great experiences. They cared about their controller and they were upgrading that. They really brought these IPs and they brought cinematic experiences. PlayStation, man. I sent you a picture leaving the
Yeah.
store because I was so pumped. I was happy I got it in. And ever since then, it's just not been a bad decision. I mean, news coming left and right is coming up PlayStation everywhere
And
I
not
see it.
bad news.
Yeah, good
Good
news.
news. Yeah. So good stuff though, man. Now, bro, who's the Rudiglets?
The Rudiglets. Okay,
Yeah.
so I am actually the eldest of six, so there's a lot of us. I have my two sisters, Avery and Miranda. They are in their 20s. They have kids of their own. I got little nephews. That's cool. But the Rudiglets are actually a set of triplets, and so those are my youngest sibling, and they're all 16 right now. And so we all get together on Discord and we get into some Fortnite and we just game out, laugh. We have a great time. I get to connect with them. It's like that big brother experience, but at the same time, they're
Yeah.
carrying me through Fortnite because it's not made for me. I can't do that competitive shooting, but we just have
Yeah.
a good time, and it's good to hang out with family. And I like the idea of having a family game night and bringing them into it,
Mhm.
and now it's just turned into a weekly sort of ritual for us. And I've had a lot of people have said they love it, they love seeing it. They want to come in and join and
Yeah.
team up with the Rudiglets. So it's been a lot of fun. And the only problem is getting 16-year-olds to like
Commit.
get to a time schedule
Yeah.
because I'll get messages like an hour before the stream. Oh, I can't do it tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I just have to play it cool. But at the same time, I'm like, damn it, I got to cancel my stream. I got to redo this. I got to figure out something else. But yeah, it's a blast. The Rudiglets, Maya, Marissa, and Miguel. They always get classified as the triplets, but they're all individual, unique persons, people. I drove Marissa out to go get a book signing the other day, all the
Oh,
way
really?
down. Yeah, she's super into books, loves reading. Well, Miguel and I, we hit the gym together, we work out. And then Maya, she just very communicative. We always talking, updating on what's going on. And she's always a very friendly and nice. It's just awesome, being the eldest of six. It's a lot
That's
of
cool, man.
responsibility, but I enjoy it.
That's cool. Well, guys, here is Rudiggz, the link for his channel. Let's see. I'm always thinking, is it 2 G's or 2 Z's? But here we go. Bam, guys, check
Two
out
G's,
Rudiggz,
1 Z.
epic content creator. Man, the moment I met you, man, it was just something about you. When I was meeting a lot of people from UK, Canada, all over, because this was a melting pot. Every Canadian person was so nice. And then there's Jeff. And then I met you, and I was like, yo, Rudiggz got like style and swag to him. He's like not the like now. Did I hear the other day you said you were born in the US?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
I was like, wait, what did he just say? Okay.
No.
You
What you may have heard is both my parents are immigrants, though. They
okay?
came from the Azores, the islands of Portugal. And I myself, I was born and raised in Canada. So,
You sure,
yeah.
bro? You need to check your birth. I think you're from Jersey, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Like the other day, it was so funny. I forgot who was messing with you. It was Dorgon and somebody else. And your comeback was so smooth. I was like, I told you he's from Jersey. He's my Jersey brother. You was like, hold up. I was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you, Rudiggz, like you're bro, you got that swag, man. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's just it's being real with people.
Yeah, man.
It's responding with some wit.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's having fun at the same time. It's being real,
Yeah.
man. You check your internet provider, write to them if it's not working.
Yo, I was cracking up. I was like, yo, I love it. Hey, listen, man, you know what the thing is? It's like being real will set you free. And just knowing yourself, right? And having confidence. So it's kind of like you walk in a room, you're like, what's going on? What's up? And it's just like you're just here to have a good time. You just to be a good person. But let me get to this chat because I know somebody has a gripe with you. Somebody personally told me to tell you, and it might be this person right here. So let's give a shout out for Obi Rose. Said like, share, sub, 5th rank, Caillou in the building. Let's go. Now, Obi said you came on his show and beat him in DBZ. So he's coming back tomorrow. He said, try it again, because that's what he told me to tell you. So he still feels some type of way over that loss.
Oh man, I've been waiting to come back, dude. I've been waiting. I know you've been busy. Life gets in the way. I understand that, but I'm there, man. Let's set up the fight night. Absolutely.
Now this is cool. My man Neil said he's liking the 30-minute format. I appreciate it, man. I wanted to I actually came up with this because Rose said he was coming back, Hitbox Rose, and he was like, man, I'm coming back. I said, bro, first of all, this is what's easy. The showcase is tomorrow, so you're gonna have something to talk about, and 2, you're gonna play fighting games. I was like, but what if I did like a thing and have you come on, like, and because sometimes people want you to come on for extended time, and it's kind of like, what do we talk about? So I was like, dude, we do a 30-minute with Hitbox Rose. So then that went great. People loved it. And so then some guy randomly inboxed me, hey, I'm just trying to meet people. I watched some of your content. I'm a rapper. And I was like, bro, if you want, I can let you come on the show for 30 minutes. And he was like, okay. I was like, I send you what you need. And that was yesterday. His name is Loso Banks. He came on. He was actually rapping. It was cool.
Man. I had to drive my wife to the airport, so I wish I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
Yeah, it was cool. And I just met him like a couple days ago. But you know what? What could it hurt? You know what I mean? Especially just 30 minutes. It's not gonna kill anybody. Actually, now I think about it, I gotta hit the timer. So Rudiggz ain't trying to steal time. All right, so 30 minutes. Bam, we're starting now. So, let me go to the chat real quick. And so I didn't ask you that, but you don't have a problem with people ask you questions, right? Like people ask you questions?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Okay, cool. He said, "Where's
Ask
the
me all the
combat?"
question you want. Where's the combat, man? I got blue
Yeah.
belt in jiu-jitsu. What's going on? Who wants to know combat?
He must be talking about tomorrow on Rose, where Rose is doing the fighting, man.
Ah.
Well, you know, Captain Canada. He said, "What up, Rue?" Ella said, "Where the ponies at?" Hey, get out of here, man. Listen, Rudiggz is not a pony. However, he's a very happy gamer because he's getting fed very well from his PlayStation. Just saying.
I've never been stuck on the PlayStation and been, what do I play next? I have a backlog of amazing titles that can't be rivaled at this point.
Yeah. Red Giraffe said, I didn't know this was Rudiggz. Looks like, oh, he didn't know this was what you look like. He said, now I know
how to read his messages. What does that mean? I know how to read his messages.
Somebody named Redemption is laughing at Stadia. Hey, man, there's no shame in our game. Somebody the other day was like, you used to be in the Stadia. I was like, yeah, and I still, bro, it's still going to go. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Founders one. That one I have as well.
Listen.
No numbers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I have no regrets. You know, listen, once I felt it was time for me to go, I was gone. But I loved it when I loved it. And I had my gripes with it. When I had my gripes with it, I was verbal about it. And, you know, it is what it is. Let me see. Stadia Pro is coming to PS5. Yo. Why Rudiggz not on Destiny? Oh, because the new Destiny started today. The new season.
Yeah. I'm doing this one.
Ooh, okay.
That's a Nintendo controller, dude. Childhood's got me hooked right now on that Zelda tip. I mean,
I've been watching you, man. Rudiggz,
you play everything on PS5? So I've been making my way through the backlog. I haven't said I play everything, but I've definitely gone through Horizon Forbidden West plus the DLC, God of War Ragnarok, Last of Us, Spider-Man Miles Morales, as well as the original Spider-Man. And recently I've been playing Jedi Survivor, and I'm always a Destiny 2 player. So
yeah, man,
a lot of PlayStation.
Yeah, man, you have been playing some games, which is
Elden
awesome.
Ring as well. You know, I'm a huge fan of that Souls and Sekiro.
Yeah, listen, you were the one to actually talk me to some victories in Sekiro. You know, he was helping me, you know, coaching me on.
That game is still regarded as one of the most difficult games of our time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the Lady Butterfly, and I was like, yeah, this might be when I get off the train. Yo, but you know what's crazy? When I first got to her, remember the first fight, you was like, bro, you almost beat her. And I was like, really? You was like, yeah, you got her down pretty good. At least the first phase or whatever. You know, you tried to psych my head up and tell me she only had one phase.
Oh, yeah, because you got past the first phase. You're all happy. Yeah. I didn't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
That you was about to get crushed.
Rose said, bring it. And let me see. Red Giraffe says, so futuristic. Mister said hi to Rudiggz. Hey, he could come over here.
Urban,
if he wants. What's
going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Been a while since we freestyled.
Yeah, man. Dude, it was cool having a rapper on yesterday. That was cool. Ella said when he get home, he will sub. He's epic. Yeah, man. Listen, I could vouch. There's people that I could put my name on, put my back on. Rudiggz is a great guy. He's witty. He's funny. You know, he's a gamer's gamer. So, you know, guys, you will enjoy his content. Like he said, he does some family stuff, playing Fortnite, getting carried. He's been playing Zelda. So yeah, man, he's an all-around guy. Good guy, man. So definitely.
Don't get me wrong. I like competitive gaming. I just don't like that PvP in that against the younger generation. I've been playing Jedi Survivor on Grandmaster, making my way through that because I don't bring the difficulty down. I played Elden Ring without a mimic or without a summon because I ain't getting that help. I like the challenge.
Yeah, Rudiggz is kind of crazy. I'm not trying to play them crazy hard games like him. Ron said he have a Stadia backlog he got to get through. Oh, man. He said, yeah.
I didn't have a backlog on Stadia by the end. There's nothing on there to play, man. Year 3, we are getting the tumbleweeds coming by.
Yeah, it was not
Slim
cool. You know
Pickens.
what's cool? You were one of the people that did stand up for it. You was like, yo, come on, man. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, you was being real about it. Red Giraffe said, yeah, I originally was reading your messages in like this Canadian format when I should have been reading it in the New Jersey format. Exactly, man. I'm telling you. He got the shirt for it. Yo, Rudiggz is ready. Oh, Lion is in the building.
Collared. I know Cowboy wears a collar. I want to keep it.
Man, so you know what it is? I used to work for a market research company for 20 years, and we had to dress up, wear slacks and everything. So my new job, I can wear whatever I want, but I'm just so used to it. So a lot of times at work, like when I first started working there, it was like, you don't need to dress like this. I was like, that's what I got in my closet. So now, I wear, but every now and then I'm like, I still put on jeans today, but I got my shoes, I like to have my, anyways, Elden Ring, let's go is what he said. He said, Lion, what's up, Rudiggz? My boy Obi,
the Pride,
run it. Yep. Oh, Rock is in the building. He said,
this Rock
gonna be epics for Rudiggz. Love it. All right, so Redemption said
Epdigs. I like that one.
Epdigs. What did you play before Stadia? Oh, okay, that's a good question.
That's a good question. So before Stadia, I actually ran a business. So a lot of independent entrepreneurial stuff. And I took a break from gaming for a big chunk of my time, just trying to get my business off of the ground. I actually appeared on Canadian's version of Shark Tank, which is called Dragon's Den. Shook the hand with the dragon. My product is actually coming to market June 5th of this year. Like, the excitement is through the roof. The amount of hard work since 2015 I put into this is beyond epic, and I'm so happy. And it's actually a cannabis infused tea. And I work with my mom. It's only the two of us in this business. So it's just been an epic ride, and I'm super happy for that. But on the gaming side, I had a Nintendo Switch just for portability and to actually play with my siblings. So I would always just play like Fortnite with them from time to time, or like Super Smash, or like just games to play with them on the Switch. I had Zelda in the back. But then before that, like back in like college days, I always had a PlayStation, that gold one that came out. I remember having that gold one and playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I played a lot of Call of Duties, but I played the zombies part. I love zombies. I loved co-op, and that's why I loved raids and Destiny too. Very much the same relation. So and then before that, it was like Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 2 eras. Def Jam, you remember Def Jam for Fight for New York?
Def Jam Fight for New York. Yes. Yeah, Def Jam. Now, here's what you might like. So Def Jam engine was the No Mercy engine, was the all of those games engines. Now, here's what's cool. The new AW game is actually bringing back that engine. So the companies that made that engine was called AKI and Ukes. And Kenny Omega, which is a wrestler, he's a big popular Japanese wrestler or wrestler from Japan. When he came to the US and AEW got popular and they start talking about a video game, he said he's a gamer's gamer and he needs that engine to be in their game. And he worked it out. So that game, I think it comes out June 29th, sometime next month, but it's supposed to have that engine. So I gotta play it because I still feel that was the best wrestling game of all time. So I can't wait to play it. But anyway, that was literally the engine for Def Jam. Yeah, so Def Jam Fight for New York, Def Jam Vendetta, and then they made Def Jam Icon, which was terrible. But
that was terrible. But I remember Def Jam Fight for New York specifically because it would be the game. Friends would come over. We'd always fight each other. You could Method Man. You could be Snoop Dogg, Sticky Fingers. Oh my! Like the roster was huge, and you could create your own characters and make your own fighting style. It'll always go down. It was the first game I looked for when I got a PS5. And I looked
Oh
in
wow.
the catalog.
Now you know that would be hard because the licenses would be crazy for that game now, you know? So yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah.
yeah.
Method Man, Redman, Snoop Dogg license. Are you kidding me? Are
Think
you
about
kidding? I
DMX
would never
passed
get that.
away, like that would be hard,
Oh yeah.
you
That
know?
would be tough.
Lion said War Games match Obi Rose, Obi Rudiggz, and myself versus Cowboy running. Whatever, man. Let me say Def Jam was great. And Kenny Omega is Canadian from Winnipeg. Look at that.
Oh, nice. From
Yeah.
the peg.
Also, also
I'm more on the East Coast
mhm,
in Toronto. So
okay.
it's like the center of the universe we call ourselves.
Nice. Now, I want to say this, man. Congratulations to you, man, and your upcoming product, man. June 5th, man. I mean, very few people get a chance to have an idea and actually turn it into reality. So, congratulations to you again, man. Good stuff.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, but if anybody can do it, it's Captain Canada. Come on.
Whoa! Dude,
Let's go.
I'm over the moon, man. We're hitting up all these places. We're calling them. The brand is coming back. They're all remembering. I got the trophy for inspiration. Like it's just man, it's so good.
That's cool.
It's so good.
Another question. What's up, Jenna Hayes? Rudiggz, what games have you pre-ordered?
So a pre-order. So I pre-ordered one game this year.
Okay.
And that would be Jedi Survivor. And I
Okay.
did that because I wanted those hermit clothes, the Obi-Wan Kenobi clothes, but I didn't
Okay.
pay any extra. Now, the only other game I would consider pre-order, I would say two are on my mind right now for pre-order.
Okay.
That would be Armored Core, because I'm extremely curious about what
Right.
From Software is going to do with machines and guns.
Right.
And then I would say Spider-Man 2, because I'm so pumped for that game. I love Spider-Man.
Right.
I'm going to play the whole thing in a rash guard. I got this Spider-Man rash guard with half Venom and half Spider-Man.
That's
And
cool.
the Venom's taken over. I'm like, oh, I'm just a huge Spider-Man fan.
That's
When
cool,
my
man.
wife and I drive through New York, I'm like, is Spider-Man there? I'm looking out for him. He's got to be in the
Yeah,
building
right. Where is
somewhere.
he? Oh, Mr. Urban, a question for Rudiggz. How is the bulking going as of May 2023?
Yeah, so I actually just hit a new PR this morning. I squatted 205, which is pretty
Wow.
big for me. And then I've been eating as much as I can. I've had like 5 meals today, up to my 6th. I'm up a couple pounds, so I've gained about 2 pounds of muscle this year. And they say healthy wise, without using drugs and whatnot, you can gain healthy about 5 pounds of muscle. So
Okay.
I'm on track, but I'm learning at the same time, and I'm recovering from an injury. So it's on track and going well. I'm down to like
Now,
18% body fat, which is great for me. But I'm feeling great.
and that same injury is mine, right?
But less. Like we talked about it in
Yeah.
mine's like 1/4 of the
Right.
size, if like even less than
Yeah.
that. So of a tear. And that's why I've been able to sort of
Yeah, man.
push through
Bounce
that.
back. Yeah. Well, look, man, I'm happy that I was actually talking about you at work today. I was talking to this girl and I was telling her about my thing, and she was like asking me questions. Like, actually, a friend of mine's, she was like, "Oh, well, you gotta do something strenuous." I said, "No, my friend was in the ocean and got hit by a wave." I was like, "So, and
Yeah.
he just And I told her, I said, so it just depends, that angle, man. So
I'm glad it didn't hit me anywhere else. I'm glad I'm
mhm.
able to come back. But yeah, don't mess around with the ocean. It's
I told you when I got hit, man, I fell face forward. Good thing I had my mask on and it was
oh my
shallow.
gosh.
My body like bent, my back I feel like my feet was about to touch the back of my head. How the wave hit me, because
Oh
I was like floating on my stomach, and the wave
yeah,
just came and hit me, so it pushed me down to the ground, and my back.
right in.
It was crazy. But Mr. Urban said, question for Rudiggz: will you be willing to be featured on my upcoming album?
Oh my God, yes. That I've always wanted to be on a track somewhere at some time, dude. Give me the beat. Give me how many bars you want from me. and I will absolutely spit something. It'll be my ridiculous cadence, but I'll have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, man. Here's what's cool. Redemption said, Rudiggz, are you going to watch the showcase tomorrow? Now, here's the thing. Rudiggz and we're about to pull it up. So let me read the part of the chat, and we're going to pull this up. My man SPG, another celebrity, is in the building. He said after Cowboy shoulder surgery, he will get 200 FPS. 200 frames
I don't know
per
what that
second.
means, but yes.
200 frames, I know it frames per second. First person shooter? I don't know.
Thanks for coming out, SPG.
I
appreciate it.
Yeah, gotta give a shout out to my man, Simply Pawn Gaming. Hold on, let me skip over Mr. Urban World. I'm gonna go right back, but another celebrity in the building. Give it up for Purple Haze. Let me see, Mr. Urban World with the questions. He said, Rudiggz, will there be any affiliate programs for reviewers of your tea?
So actually right now, to be 100% honest, we're in a trial first run phase with the Ontario government. So they've given us a limited run and we have 60 days to sell. And my goal right away, cut that in half. We're doing this in 30 days. And if not, the first 2 weeks. I want to hit that ground running. And I want to sell out right away and be like, what hit them? We need more of this. So that's the attitude I'm running at. We're going to have no reviewers for the tea because I personally can't buy it and send it out to a reviewer. There's a lot of laws about legalizing it, but that's going to be the situation. My mom actually is the brand social ambassador. She's going to be posting everything and talking about it. And she has a mass amount of followers, a big following. So yeah, we're just going to work that and all will be good, I'm sure.
Now, are there different flavors?
Yeah, so we must have submitted 12 flavors and they gave us about 2 of the 12 flavors. And honestly, they picked one to submit, which I wouldn't have even have done, but it's our cold and flu tea, but they changed it to the ingredient name, which is echinacea, to not promote, but like echinacea is a terrible marketing name, but the other one is green tea.
Okay, so green tea, obviously, but echinacea. So years ago, Rudiggz, this is a long time ago. You know, I'm old. I used to do a network marketing thing called it was Amway, and then they turned to Quick Start. But Amway and echinacea was the big craze back then. So people took echinacea like when you felt like you took it to prevent you from getting sick. So it was at least here, at least my age, a lot of people know what echinacea is. Like you say echinacea, like, oh, like it's kind of like green tea when people are like, oh, you want some green tea? Or if you want ginger because something's wrong with your stomach, echinacea was a big deal at some point. So when you say echinacea, I'm like, oh, so for me, I'm familiar with, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's good to hear that familiarity. Yeah, that brings me even more confidence because I was a little scared about that flavor.
Yeah, so it's funny because that's the flavor, but people are going to associate it with health benefits.
Right.
Echinacea is, So good stuff. He said chant mode activated. Got purple in the building. He said FPS is all that matters. Let me see. JK. He's laughing. He said, just kidding. Let me see. All I have to say is this. MGS3 rumor, take my money. And David Wilson is in it. So when you come out, Rudiggz, we got SPG in the building. Wilson in the building. But guys, hit that like button. We got 16 people watching. And I'm about to check y'all right now. I see how this is. 16 people watching, and it's 7 likes. Hold on. You know what? Give y'all this jump spinning back kick. Yeah. Now, SPG, I'm glad he showed up. He was like, oh, on Rock Show today, the Cowboy need to stretch and make sure he don't hurt himself doing a roundhouse. And Rock said, what do you mean? The Cowboy does a roundhouse like every day on his show. So SPG, you're not watching my content. Forget a roundhouse. That's a spinning back kick. But you want a roundhouse, you get right? You get a roundhouse from here. Yes. Come on, man. I'll do a little stretching if you like. But the Cowboy. Don't get it twisted that my shoulders jacked up. I still yeah. Let's go. All right, I'm sorry. You know, Rudiggz got me this extra energy because Rudiggz is on here. All right. All right, sleeves are rolled up. Rudiggz, you ready to do this?
Let's go. What's up?
All right, so let me
What
share
are the
the screen,
predictions?
and Rudiggz and I are going to go through this. Now, guys, these are rumors, okay? All right, so 14 PlayStation Showcase predictions most likely to be true. So let's go over them, and I'm not going to read all the stuff. We're just going to go to each game, and I want to ask you, do you think that's going to show up tomorrow, and like in what extent? Will it be like a trailer? They just talk about it, and will it come out this year or not? So, look, wasn't you talking about a gold PlayStation?
Oh, yeah, I was talking about that. That's
Hey,
that I
bro.
kind of have to just say it's gonna happen because I was literally just saying. And you
I
know
know.
what's interesting is they say if you have a near-death experience, you're more likely to be able to predict the future. And I've had 2 near-death experiences.
And
3,
then that pops
to be
up.
honest. Yeah. One time I ran out of oxygen scuba diving, 60 meters below. The other time my plane was going to land in a tornado and we did an aborted landing. And the other time was we were flying above like Chicago or something, and the power went out and oxygen mask came out. I thought it was over for me.
Rudiggz, man. This guy got stories, man. He's been through a lot of stuff. Scuba diving, about to drop out the sky in a tornado. I mean, I love it, man. There's an adult film called Snake Eater. This guy, man, Ron. Let me see. The pink taco brings all the fellas.
Yeah, the pink taco is my alter ego on SPG's little Among Us stream we got going on. All the friends and anyone's invited. We all get together and we airlock each other out into space and we lie to hell in Kingdom Come. It's a lot of fun.
That's great. The reason why I don't do a punching bag is one, I like kicking more than punching, but 2, you typically got to hang a punching bag. So I used to have like the big wave bags. I bought that some years ago because it's something simple. So when SPG made a good point, stretch your legs, I always have something like that because I don't want to lose my flexibility. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, but throughout the year, I'm always throwing kicks at some point. So that's why I always keep something like that. But that's why I don't have a punching bag. Let me see. I don't expect PS5 Pro, but maybe a PS5 redesign. Yeah, I do hear you. This is why I don't fly. Yeah, Obi's terrified of flying. Just saying. David Wilson said, where's Rudiggz martial arts moves? Well, Rudiggz is a grappler. So when you see his martial arts move, you're probably not breathing. But, hey, listen, you know, you're gonna be like, you're gonna wake up like, where was his moves? Oh, we seen him. You didn't see him. No, that jujitsu, man. No, let me ask you this, Rudiggz. When I was into grappling, I loved the rear naked choke, right? Like even in real life. All this stuff, this is just for fun. And for a real fight, I'm not kicking nobody. If I do, it's just to like, I'm going to kick low or something to make you look. But I like to grapple. So do you like submissions more than chokes?
Yeah, the choke to me is always a little riskier. Maybe because your body weight's up top. If you can get behind them, for sure. If you have a gi, that's even worse, right? That's the Rousey, right? You just wrap them around with the gi. Or even on front, if you can do a front choke. Oh, then it's done.
What, like
but
guillotine?
I feel like
a guillotine?
Yeah. But nothing feels better than just grabbing the arm to the chest, popping like another arm and rotating and just like having that arm bar. Like I feel like that was my go-to move. Or the triangle, choking them out with your legs. That was another devastating one.
Oh, yeah. You know what's like I think is a really good move that's like kind of simple, but or you often you get a chance to get in that position. So like I know this is gonna sound funny, people hear it, but body control, you want your like chest to chest, right? You get up on somebody, you want to feel if they go left, you could go right, or you could go left, right? But a Kimura, man, a Kimura lock is just a nice, good, get that arm hyperextended. I mean, I always think that's pretty cool. And when Brock Lesnar was doing it in like fake doing it in WWE, I thought it was cool to see, you just, anyway. Anyway, let me get back on this. Hold up. We got somebody new in the building. Hold on, let me see. Cowboy out here asking if he is submissive. That's definitely not what I said. Yo, Grady, what's going on? Let me see. Which mount are you more comfortable with? Man, this is getting crazy. So, anyways, hold on, let me check these likes. Go ahead.
Man, it's been okay. So I'm coming on to 35. I stopped training before COVID, so 29-ish or even before then, because I was actually a black belt put me into a wrist lock. But I would say that's a hard one. I forget all the mount names, but I know exactly what he's asking about, like full mount, half mount, right. Like side mount. Like I know exactly what he's trying to say. Man, I like the takedown. So
yeah, each of them is equally dangerous. So the thing is, if I love martial arts, like I love sparring, because it's something you look your opponent in the eye, and it's like, yo, we're not trying to kill each other, but we both want to win or do some damage, right? But almost all positions, you still could put yourself in a position to get hurt or to get somebody to take advantage. So it's even when you think of like side control or front mount, I mean, obviously somebody say, well, if I take somebody from the back, let's say I wrap my legs around your waist, right? But still, if you could block right, you could stop me from getting you in a choke. You always could roll. So it's amazing thing. Like martial arts or fighting is an amazing thing because it's like the highest form that you could have, like with another individual. I don't know. It's interesting. But
have you done jiu-jitsu? Who are you to call out like no one's done jiu-jitsu, bro? I sweated on the floor in tears for jiu-jitsu. It's just been years. I would never challenge anyone else's belt. Just saying.
Now I'll say this.
Do you have a belt, Grady?
So this is the first time I've seen Grady Buckwheat. So he could just be somebody else trolling, just so you know. So
yeah,
but anyway, Rue, let's get back into this real quick. So we didn't even get into the game. So they got Stellar Blade. All right. Well, number 14 is a PlayStation 5 Pro. So I personally don't think
there's a picture.
Go ahead.
There's a picture of me getting my blue belt.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
I put it in your Discord.
Okay.
Or Discord message. How do I?
Yep, I got it. Let me go find it. You don't have to prove that to these people on the internet. They're trolls anyway. But we're going to pull up the picture. My man, Rudiggz. I'm going to have to zoom in to make sure this is really you.
Oh, yeah, without the hair.
It looks like it's you. Let's see. Bam, there we go, guys. Look at Rudiggz.
Yeah. So that's me getting my blue belt. I had to fight my entire class that day.
That's cool. That's cool.
Incredibly difficult, but it was very rewarding on the mats 4 or 5 times a week, just training hard with your team. Yeah, I love those days, but those are a little bit behind me. I'm doing different things now.
Oh, yeah. All right, good stuff. So number 14, guys, is a PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, personally, I don't think we're getting a PlayStation 4 Pro. I don't even think they're going to mention it. If anything, because you got to think, how long did it take the PlayStation? So I said PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 Pro. How long did it take the PlayStation 4 Pro to come out? And we're just about to hit 3 years in November. So I think if there will be a PlayStation 5 Pro, it's probably not going to get announced to the middle of next year. And if anything, it won't show up to the end of next year. But that's my thoughts. What about you?
I think the showcase will be a showcase. It will
Mm-hmm.
show games. It'll show their software. It'll show their IPs. It'll show us what to get excited for in 2024 and give us a little bit more of what we're seeing coming up. I don't think we're going to get software and hardware and cloudware news tomorrow. And if we do, it'll be limited to 5 minutes at the most out of the hour. I just don't see it being a big part. And that's because, I mean, we see every other game showcase that we've seen just being games. They're just showing all the games. And I think if Nintendo's doing that, I think it's very confident to think PlayStation will do the same thing.
Right. This is cool. Purple said Army Combatives is all I've ever done. So based in jiu-jitsu, but I wouldn't call it jiu-jitsu. Good stuff. Hopes is
so
in
it's
the
probably
middle.
like grappling. You probably learn arm bars and break falls and
good stuff. Let me see. Yeah, Holtz is in the building. He said, yeah, incremental console leaps for sure. Yo, what's up, Q? My man Cubini's in the building. Maybe a PS5 Slim. Yeah, if anything, a Slim before we jump into before we jump in the gun. So what about this game, Stellar Blade? Do you think they're going to show a trailer? Would they have a release date?
Here's the other thing I'm thinking with the PS5 Pro, just for a hot second. They would release it, I think, with software. They'd say this game would work best on the PS5 Pro. I don't think we're at that level in the software cycle to see a PS5 Pro come out and be a big seller yet. Like, we've seen too much about Spider-Man 2 for it to be a PS5 Pro enhanced game.
Yep, I agree. It's too soon. Listen, let's be honest, bro. If you bought a PlayStation 5 on day one, it's still not 3 years old yet. It would be such a slap in the face to come out with a new PlayStation.
Yeah, I think
that would not be cool.
Yeah, they said PS6 2028, right? So I think 2027, 2025 we'll get a PS5 Pro.
Right. All right. So, Stellar Blade. Now, have you seen a trailer for this?
Is this a Japanese-based saga?
No. So this was.
Yes, I have seen Stellar Blade trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Devil May Cry kind of issue. It used to be Parasite Eve. No, it used to be what was the original name? Hold up. Let's say it.
Project Eve. It's saying
Project Eve. There you go. Yeah, Project Eve. I mean, it looks cool, action packed. I think because they showed a trailer for this already, they'll probably show another trailer. I'm not sure if we'll get a release date though. Maybe. I don't know. But do you have any interest in this game?
I mean, for me, it's not on my radar. I don't know the series all too well. If it's a new IP, if it comes up on my subscription model, if I'm looking for something to play and I see it on sale, these are all reasons why I would jump in if it gets good reviews. But for me, I'm not there yet in a content thirst for new IPs, and I'm fully full right now in all my entertainment. If it reviews well, I mean, I look forward to it.
Yeah. Now this is cool because everything you just said, to be able to find, I wonder if I'm going to pull up a game that make you say, oh yeah, I want this. So that's cool what you just said. You're full right now. You already got a backlog. So I'm curious if there's any games going to come up.
Always room for dessert.
Yeah. So Stellar Blade also isn't on the top of my list. It looked cool, but this is something I'll just rent down the road. Now. Oh, you know what? Why not? Right? Show a little bit of the trailer.
So is this also coming out on Xbox, or is this
no? Here, I'll mute it. Yesterday I got a copyright strike because of FCAT. Here, let's just skip a little bit.
See, I like that right away because I don't want to die. I would rather become like that robot thing, keep me alive with Half Machine. Well, look, she's got a Destiny Ghost.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, look
all right, I'm interested.
Yeah, this
There
is
is
like
nothing bad happening here. There is
at
only
all.
cool stuff with the gun. Okay. Action.
Let's skip a little bit. All right, look at
I
that.
like
Yeah.
all of this. I like all of
Wow, look
this.
at that. Yeah. Super big gun. Yeah, it's like a Devil May Cry type thing, man. I like it. All right, so that is Stellar Blade. So Silent Hill 2 remake. I wasn't the biggest fan of Silent Hill. It has like a cult following. I'm a Resident Evil guy personally. I think Silent Hill is a little too on the slow side. But I played and beat part one, and that was it for me. But I think it's going to be a good get for Sony. All the people who were big fans of it, and I believe this is what just a remake. So, what's your thoughts on Silent Hill?
I do not play horror games.
Okay. Now, do
I,
you think
I,
it's going to be announced at the showcase tomorrow?
of course. I mean, Silent Hill is a giant get for PlayStation. It's a
Hmm.
big IP, and it's been absent from their lineup in the PS5
Yeah,
library. So I think for sure there's room for something like this, and there's an audience, especially with a lot of partnerships with Konami. Why would they not bring a remake like this? People eat it up, right?
I agree. Yeah, I'm right with you. I think it's going to be showed. The question is, will they have a date, a release date? That'd be cool. Um, and Ellis said, yeah, TK is in love with Stellar Blade. I know he was going crazy. I almost felt like in the beginning when they showed Stellar Blade, he wasn't into Stellar Blade. I almost thought that's what he said a long time ago. So Death Stranding 2. For some reason, I would think it's about time, but I think if they do show it, they won't show a date. What's your thoughts on Death Stranding Part 2?
Yeah, I mean, since we've seen the game trailer at the Game Awards back
Mhm.
in 2022, I don't
Yeah,
think there would be
teaser.
a reason for us not to see the game, perhaps Christmas 2024.
Hmm.
But I'm not those are one of the games on my backlog getting into Death
Okay.
Stranding. So I've not had my experience with the game as of yet. However, I mean, massive IP for them. I've only heard like beautiful game, compelling
Yeah.
gameplay. A little slow in the beginning, I hear, but it picks up.
Mm,
So,
I think it's a little slow at the whole game, but it is what it is. If you get
all
into the
right.
story, yeah, if you get into the story, it's just it's the story. But you're pretty much like a UPS worker. But Cubini said Death Stranding 2 is confirmed not at the show. Thank you for that.
Oh, okay. There
Yeah.
we go.
Now, new game from the developers of Astro Playroom. So I will say this: I had my wife play
Oh,
Astro Playroom. So it's a game that
sorry.
you
One
get free.
second. My dog is
Yep.
bugging me. I need a hot second.
Okay. It's a game you get free and Astro's Playroom, and so it's kind of like a tech demo, and it's kind of cool because you get to see all of what the controller can do. But I'm not crazy over it. But if they did make if they did make a game, I don't know if they would take what this have. Honestly, I feel like it was kind of long. I didn't even do the whole demo, but I feel like it was a good portion of the demo that you could play. So if they did make a game, and even if it didn't look like this, but I would love for them to incorporate all the things that you could do with the controller. That would be pretty cool. But while Rudiggz is out, oh, you're back. All right.
Yeah, I want them to really build out on the Astro IP. Give us
Mm-hmm.
this big platformer that really smashes a lot of people's expectations that came out of nowhere. It really
Yeah,
takes advantage of the PS5 hardware. So uh,
yeah.
it's more of a hope than a I think it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my expectation.
Yeah, I agree. I don't, because I never heard of them developing another type of game. But I wonder. Let me ask you this: do you think they would just have these little characters, or would they make some brand new, IP or whatever?
Yeah, they would make a whole universe, I'm sure. They'd
Okay,
have
but still use
obviously
these
a
type of characters.
counter to Astro.
Hmm.
They would have worlds.
Yeah,
I could actually see it being released with the PS5 Pro.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, Let me see. Ella said, let Xbox try to do a mid console refresh, and I'm gonna scorch earth. Yeah, I don't think either one of either one of these consoles would do that. Just either one of these companies. Let me see. All hail the beef castles, Rudiggz, and Cowboy. Let's go. All right, so Baldur's Gate 3. Now, here's what's funny. So many people that's into this, I always tell people, bro, this was on Stadia like over a year ago. So that's really cool about Stadia, that Stadia got this game, or the not the actual game, but they got the what would we call it? It's the
It was the
yeah,
what do they call that? Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Pre-launch
yeah,
beta test. It
yeah.
was a
So
beta test.
yeah, so that was cool that Stadia had it first, and not to mention Stadia had Stadia features, but Stadia's no more. So I got to play this now. Did you play this when this was on Stadia or no?
Yes, I did. It had a lot of controller support. Actually, for a charity event, I role played as a bard with
Oh,
a couple other people. David Wilson was actually part of
mm,
the Merry Men, and Bjorn was there as well. Listen to this. So
okay.
I'm sitting in the back room. I'm a last minute addition because somebody backed out, and they're like, "Okay, you're a bard. We're role playing. Get into the rehearsal." Bjorn comes out with a guitar, and he's sent all of us 3 pre-written songs, and he wants us
Mm,
all to sing the choruses together. I'm like, "Whoa! I did not come prepared for this
wow,
musical rendition of of
that's
Baldur's
cool.
Gate 3, but we still had a lot of fun. I don't know, I
Yeah,
was
I
joking
remember
around.
Ray. Ray used to always make characters, make me as a character. Like he had me as a little dwarf with a little
Oh.
cowboy hat on. Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, listen, this game is due to come out, so I
Oh yeah,
wouldn't
they already
be.
have a release date. I don't think it would be on the showcase.
Mhm.
I'm happy that it is coming out for PlayStation, although this game does lend itself to such a like mouse and keyboard scheme type of
Right.
game. When you play with the controller, you're definitely limited, but I still had a great time. I only play on controller anyways, and I still had a couple playthroughs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm not sure if it'd be mentioned tomorrow, but yeah, like you said, it got a release date August 31st. Ghost of Tsushima Part 2. I almost feel like they're not going to mention a Part 2. Not yet.
That again, also, I feel like is a
Mm,
PS5 Pro launch type game.
mm-hmm.
I don't get why we would get Ghost of Tsushima 2. I would be happy for it for sure. But in my mind, I would, oh, well, first, I'd rather have Sekiro 2, but that's not my
Mm,
choice. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too early. I think they're still milking it. They still have the online portion of Ghost of Tsushima.
yeah.
They just made the PS5 upscale, right? So,
Right. Yep. Which looks beautiful. I got to this stage where it's like water, like a lake or something, and it's like the rocks right there, and like each individual rock is like an individual rock. So as you're walking, you could kind of like kick the rocks a little. That you see your feet move them, and each rock could splash into the water and get wet looking. I was sitting there for like 5 minutes, just like, whoa, that looked pretty good. Oh, Geek the Sneak is in the building. What's up, Geek? Guys, I'm trying to see if I could get 20 likes. So hit that like button. We got 13 likes already. Hit the like button. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't feel that they're gonna show that they're even gonna talk about a sequel yet. But did you play the online mode? Because I never played it. I heard it was cool.
I started it up. I didn't get
Mm,
into it because I was jumping into something else because they make you play through all 4 classes tutorial before you get
Oh,
into it. So I haven't jumped
okay,
into the online as of yet. Just experienced a little tutorial.
gotcha. All right, so next up is a new Castlevania. So let me tell you guys this. I'm a fan of Castlevania. Still think Castlevania Symphony of the Night was the best one. I love when they made the 3D Castlevanias later on. So I would love if Konami released a brand new Castlevania. I feel like the world is been missing Castlevania for a long time, and some people probably aren't even aware of how deep this this story and franchise go. I mean, this was one of the pillars of Nintendo. Like I'm talking, man, NES, like to play Castlevania was a big deal. So I would love to see a new Castlevania. Whether we get it or not, that I don't know. What's your thoughts? And are you familiar with Castlevania?
I am not familiar with Castlevania. I've never played one,
Okay.
which is probably pretty horrifying. Yeah.
Did you
So
play that? Well, let me ask you this. On Stadia, did you play that game called Bloodstained Retribution? I think it was called.
yes. Yes, I
So
did.
that is, they call it the spiritual successor of Castlevania. So the people who made Castlevania actually made that. And so pretty much Castlevania plays like that game besides the 3D version. So it's like a 2D, you know, it's identical to that game that was on Stadia.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it was
yeah.
entertaining. It was also, I think, published by the same people who did Terraria 505.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be a good addition. It may be something that they show off, but you know, I have not heard any rumors about a Castlevania or anything that would say that. So yeah, your
Oh,
guess
so
is as good as mine.
Purple said, I would think they would release another one given the Netflix show. See Holtz above. Holtz said, take my money for Castlevania. Do it in the smart art style of the Netflix show. So, you know, it's funny. I watched the first season of the Netflix show and I never went back to it. So I definitely need to get back to it because the show was pretty cool. And that was like years ago when I watched the first season. So good stuff, though, Holtz and Purple. And thanks for bringing that up, Purple, because I definitely missed Holtz's comment. So 6. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Man, I still haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake. My second all-time favorite RPG is Final Fantasy VII, the original. I think it's probably time for them to at least mention Rebirth, right? You got these people who beat the first half and they still want the rest of the game. So, but will it show up at the showcase? That's a good question. What's your thoughts, Rudiggz?
Oh man, I'm gonna get crucified. But I've never played Final Fantasy. Anytime you have to control a group of 4 people in a game,
Okay.
I check out because I'm not about resource managing all you people.
Okay.
And that's just my gaming preference. I do not give me one character to focus on. I don't want to control a group of people and have them act out in all this strategic way. So you know, for sure, I think the people would expect it if they've only gotten one half of it. It would be an easy thing for them to show.
Right.
And it's just a remake, right? Or what are they calling this? A rebirth? So is a rebirth a remake or a remaster?
Well, so the first game,
Because I'm confused here. Or is
so
it just
the first game was really long, the original. So what they did is when
Yeah.
they remastered it, or this is a remake, when they remade it, they decided to put it in parts because back in the day it was I think 3 discs on the PlayStation 2, I think it was. So
Right.
and it was more disc on the Xbox. So they chopped the game up into different, you know, games. So I think Rebirth is just the title of the second half. That's why Holtz worded it, give me part 2 right now. Final Fantasy 2 right now. But it is a remake. But I haven't got to it yet. The cool thing is when I have PlayStation. Go ahead.
So Holtz is saying you can just control one as action based. So Holtz,
Yeah,
I did try Final Fantasy VII. I turned it on, the new one, because you can just get it from the PlayStation game catalog. And as soon as I jumped in, I was Snow, the guy with the giant sword or whatever. I don't know his name. Cloud Snow, whatever. Some white dude. And
Hey, listen,
then I also had a
know.
group of people. So I don't understand. Do I just tell them not to follow me?
Right. Yeah. When I played the demo, so here's the funny thing. I actually like turn-based, because when you mention all these characters, I'm used to back in the day RPGs. So turn-based was good for me. So I picked this guy, make this guy hit this enemy, pick this guy instead of the action RPG trying to control all these characters. That's a little bit hectic. Purple, we're not even getting into that today. I will not be reading that comment about Rudiggz.
The rebirth, remaster, remake, they're all the same.
We're not even doing that. So let's go to the next game, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake or re-release. I think Metal Gear is definitely a cult classic. I think a lot of people love it. I do think it's very overrated. I thought they was good games, but they're so heavy with the politics and the Geo Farmer and all this stuff. I was just like, Now I get people like it, but I don't feel like. I feel like the games that end up being really, really pop culture, really good, everybody love them, is the game where almost anybody could get into. Metal Gear can be very standoffish and put a lot of gamers off. But what's your thoughts on Metal Gear? And do you think we see a new one, a remake, or whatever?
So my experience with Metal Gear Solid franchise, I remember beating the early ones when I was younger. There was something like a samurai sword, and you were in a digital playground with like these giant mech robots coming at you. I think it's a phenomenal series. When I played Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, you ate snakes, and that was like the big amazing thing. There's this fight where it's just all completely, I think you fight that lady and it's all white flowers everywhere, and she just pops up. Like, the game mechanics that were being driven on that were just so amazing to me. I loved the gameplay. I loved being Solid Snake. And to be honest, I'm super guilty of when text comes up on the screen, I'm like, skip, action. This is what I like. I'm just I'm a text skipper. Actually, when I stream, I stop and I read all of the text, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm missing a lot of things here. But yeah,
like for instance,
I love the gameplay.
I just missed that Vet is in the building. He said, hey, Rudiggz.
Oh, Vet, what's up? What's up?
Congratulations, Vet. He is a new grandfather, man. So yeah,
the grandpa club, you and him.
Yeah, man. And my daughter, who has a daughter, my granddaughter is about to have a sister. So in July 9th is my daughter's due to have another baby.
Wow.
So good stuff. All right. Anyways, so yeah, Metal Gear, I think it'd be cool. I know how many people love it. Lion, I know it is popular. Not saying it's not popular. I just think it's overrated. But yeah, man, it's definitely great. I actually like Metal Gear Rising, the one where you're like pretty much the ninja. So that was cool. But Mortal Kombat 1 or 12, whatever you want to call it, I seen the trailer. I was shocked that it's actually coming out September 19th. Like, I was expecting them to say, well, actually, they said rumored a while ago. They said, actually, it wasn't really rumored, but they said, yeah, it is coming out this year. And then you heard nothing about it. And then, bam, they drop a trailer and they drop the date. And I'm like, whoa. And honestly, I think Mortal Kombat has the best stories in a fighting game. And it's probably, to me, even though I love Tekken, but I think the edge go to Mortal Kombat because they reinvent themselves. They add crazy guest characters, the fatalities, the brutalities, the friendships, the X-ray. It just does so much in one game that I have to give this game credit. And when somebody asks the question, would you pre-order a game? My wife was asking me, well, do you want me to pre-order Mortal Kombat for you for Father's Day? I was like, it don't come out to September. I think I'm probably going to cash in on that. But what's your thoughts, man, on Mortal Kombat 12 or more? They changed the name to Mortal Kombat 1. But what's your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, we've already seen the trailers, so I don't think it's one for the showcase. I think that's why we saw the trailer ahead of time. If you want my personal opinion of Mortal Kombat, it's a term that I've kind of developed over watching your show as well. It's the dial-in combo games.
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm not great at rhythm games, but this is how I see these types of fighting games. It's like a rhythm-based game where you have to dial in a specific code. I'm not great at that. I feel like it's very removed from the actual fight experience.
Yes.
So for me, it'll be a little bit of a pass, even though I mean the story is always epic. I played it on Stadia, the one
Mhm.
before this, and the story was great. It was like watching a movie with having some fights in
Yeah,
between. So there's a lot to love there. I mean, if you just want a Mortal Kombat movie, literally that's what it is with some
pretty much.
fights. So
I'm
and then
I'm
there's a huge competitive side to it. I know that you're a big competitor, Cowboy, you and
yes,
Scorpion.
sir.
So this is
Um,
more up your alley, I'm sure.
I'm glad you said that with the dollar combo. So I hate them to death. And people like Obi Rose only beat me because that's all he mastered. Hit this button and this button and after this button, and then he just repeats it. Hit this button and after this button, hit this button, and then he does a shorter version. Hit this button, and I'm like, dude, if you took and those combos do like 30 plus damage or more, and I'm over here sweep. I'm being creative. I'm block, sweep, hit, high, low, jump, kick, right? And I feel like all this energy I put out fighting, and this one person get a chance to go hit this button and this button and hit this button, hit this, and it's just so annoying. I'm like, bro, you suck. And if you didn't have one repetitive hit this button and this button that take 30% damage, you'll never beat me. But I digress. It's in the game. I could learn it too if I wanted to, so I can't really be mad. So where me and my friends came from, we always said, if it's in the game, hey, you can't be mad. Somebody do you cheesy, sweep you, sweep you, sweep. I guess you should have blocked after the third sweep. I don't know what to tell you. So, but back to the showcase. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how cool would it be, Rudiggz? Because they didn't show gameplay. How cool would it be if the Sony PlayStation showcase showed gameplay?
Yeah, it would be interesting, but I still just think they released the trailer ahead of time to make room for other things coming up. Would be my best prediction.
Well, this showcase is supposed to be at least an hour, though. They did say this is going to be a
Yeah.
bigger one, so it's going to be an hour, which is cool. So it's going to start when I'm at work. I'll be listening while I'm driving because it starts at 4 and it's for an hour, so I get off at 4:30. So I'll start it, and then as I'm driving, I'll try to find somebody who's covering it. If you could have anything show up tomorrow, what would that be? Personally, I'm a huge fan of The Last of Us. And before I got into Destiny, before Destiny was a thing, if you guys knew, all I played was Factions, which was the Last of Us multiplayer mode. It was addicting, man. And that's all I played. Like that's all I would play over and over and over. And it goes by weeks, and you build up you're always trying to go out and scavenge. And so you pretty much build up your community, but it's so violent and crazy. And so if one thing I get to see, I want to see Factions 2, Part 2, and I want to see a release date. And hopefully this year. Like, I would love if they say that the show is ending and we're going to show one last clip and it's Factions 2. And they say, and when the show ends, it's going to go live. Like, anyway, what about you, Rudiggz? What would you like to see tomorrow? Good question, Redemption. Thank you.
I would like to see Sekiro 2 in my biggest, deepest hopes of hopes. Maybe
Okay.
they were like, oh, we should shift away from Bloodborne and just do a Sekiro for PlayStation type of thing and make
Okay.
Sekiro 2. That would be if I could put the universe together and create something that I would love. PlayStation exclusive. Sekiro's back with his sword. Oh, I love that game. Love that game.
Holtz, I wish this was true, but sadly it's not. He said you got stamina bars to cancel opponent's combo. So I was mainly talking about Tekken. But yeah, in Mortal Kombat, you could do some of that stuff. But once you get caught in those juggles, it's a wrap. You just in them juggles. You better enjoy the ride. Yo, what's up, Cherry? He said, what's up to Rudiggz, the Cowboy? Let me see. The new factions I expect to show up because it's been so long. I agree, Redemption. And Redemption, thank you for being a part. I never seen your name before, so I think you are new. If whoever just joined in, hit the like button. I'm trying to get 20 likes. I got 17 likes, so that would be cool. Now, Mortal Kombat, I don't know if they're going to show anything, but we're going to move on to Marvel's Wolverine. Now, this is a good discussion. However, I don't think they're going to show anything. I don't think you're getting a date. I don't think you're getting gameplay. I think this game is, when they first announced it, they said they're just starting to work on it. I think this game is at least a year out to being even going gold. So I don't think we're getting anything. We might get the development of Wolverine is going great. But what's your thoughts, Rudiggz?
I would maybe, like you're saying, maybe you'd just see a hand just bump on the table and then claws come out.
Right.
Could be
We're
something
looking
like
at it
that,
right
like
now.
just small sort of teaser.
Right.
Or we could get a trailer. I mean, maybe they're more far along than we hope. I mean, they got a lot of money behind them. Why not? The movies around the corner, right? Deadpool and Wolverine build on that momentum. So this is maybe the next big thing to expect. Maybe that's what they're going to start to do. A Marvel drop every year. Let's bring in those Marvel fans. So we got Spider-Man 2 this year. We'll get Wolverine next year. They'll come up with something again the next year.
Right.
It'll just be that continual cycle. Because why would you not? TV's doing it. Movies are doing it. It's a good thing to work into your cycle of games.
I agree. He said Factions will be a $70 game. So I thought Faction was going to be free. I thought Faction is supposed to be live service. Faction was originally supposed to be added in with The Last of Us Part 2. So I almost think Faction is going to be free. But if it is a $70 game, I'll buy it. But it wasn't a standalone game anyway. So, and I feel like they kind of owe to people because The Last of Us 2 was originally announced to have Factions too. So again, and now that it's a live service game and not multiplayer, I got a feeling it's going to be a free game. That's my thoughts. What about you, Rudiggz? Good shout too, Lion.
Yeah, I mean, Factions has a lot of rumors saying it's definitely going to be a free-to-play game, and if we're going on what we've heard from the media and the leaks so far, I would lean more in that direction. However, yeah, that was never promised. Yeah, we're never promised anything right now, so you're right about that. We could see anything come out. However, PlayStation 5 has been sort of hinting that they want to get into free-to-play space, have an exclusive. I think this would be a big pull for them in the free-to-play area.
Lion said that was never promised. You know, Lion, I'll say this. I was talking to Rose, and Hitbox Rose was saying, oh, God of War 2018, they promised that you was going to be able to go to all the realms as a DLC. And I said, who promised you that? He was like, well, I was like, exactly. And that is what happened in gaming. We watch so much non-official stuff. We sometimes take that as official, but you're right. I can't remember if Sony actually officially said that or not. I just know I heard that, but I don't know if that's official. So you're right. I guess maybe it was never promised. They never said that Factions was included with Last of Us 2. Let me see. Successful multiplayers are normally free to play now. You are right, though. And I think The Last of Us has the momentum with the show, both games being game of the year. I feel like it has the momentum to have a really good live service. Not to mention, I adored the last Factions. I thought it was a really cool multiplayer mode, and being live service, I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. So next we got, and I don't even know what's point to show Wolverine teaser, but here, let's see.
So this was at the Showcase 2021. So this is what I mean. We'll probably get something bigger than this, a trailer.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You're right, though. Yeah, they did show this little, full motion video. So maybe they might have a longer one.
Somebody's going to get, like, right through the chest or something like that.
Yeah, because we need to know how violent it's going to be. Although I think it should be, because the last Wolverine game was actually pretty good, and it was pretty violent. And that's all you get. All right, so Spider-Man 2. So obviously we know it's supposed to come out. Well, we don't know, but obviously it's supposed to. No, it does have a date, right? Isn't it? What is it like? That was like.
I don't know if it has an exact date yet.
Maybe it doesn't. I don't know why in my head I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of last year. God of War came out on September 9th. But so Josh is in the building. What's going on, Josh? So, and guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'm trying to get 20 likes. I think that'd be cool. And I'm up to 18 likes. So 2 more likes. But Spider-Man 2, obviously, right? They're gonna show something, and they're probably gonna have a release date, right? Right, Rudiggz? I mean,
Yeah, this would be the perfect time to put it there. They'll show gameplay. They'll show this will be definitely a big portion of time in my theory.
yeah, I don't even know. Now, I'll say this. Because it's such a buzz and a hype, I want to play the first one, but I'm a little bougie because they made a remaster and I want to play the one with the updated graphics and the ray tracing. However, I don't want to pay for it. Like, I'm dying and hoping it comes to disc so I can rent it, but apparently I don't think it's coming to disc. They just finally made it where you could purchase it by itself. Before you had to get it through Miles Morales. And Miles Morales is on PlayStation Plus. Spider-Man is on PlayStation Plus, but not the remaster. So I asked my nephew, though, could I use his account to play it? So I think what I am going to do, when I beat this game I'm currently renting, I think I'm going to call my nephew and say, listen, bro, all jokes aside, give me your account, set it up. I'm going to run through the game. I just want to beat it just to say I beat it because I never had interest in Spider-Man. I actually bought the game for my son the day it came out for his birthday because it came out in September. How many years ago, right? So, but we did like a 1 hour world premiere video. I played it with my wife one time, and that was it. Didn't really care about Spider-Man, but I have this itch because everybody's talking about it now. So,
I think the Insomniac Spider-Man 1 was all right, but it was a little bit dry because it didn't have the full power of Sony behind it at that time. It was only later on where Sony's acquisition of Insomniac really took place. That's why the Miles Morales DLC or chunk of content is so well done, like a movie. Music on point, cinema on point, like everything is really well done. And that's why I'm extremely looking forward to Spider-Man 2 because I think they're putting all of their efforts behind this title.
Yeah, and I think that's what they said too. Oh, he said I got the remastered one. Oh, see? Hey Josh, man, you might have to let me borrow your account, bro. I want to speed through the game just to beat it. Itch, and that's not because of Spider-Man bite. Shut up, Holtz. A bunch of people are saying September. All right, so let's move on to number 1, which is Final Fantasy 16. How can they not, right? I feel like they showed so much of this game. Like, why
they showed so much? How is number 1 not Bloodborne? I thought number 1 would be Bloodborne for sure.
Right. I think maybe because we're just not getting another Bloodborne. But and maybe the insiders know that and they don't want to waste that spot. But man, Final Fantasy 16, I feel like it looks great. It looked amazing. What more? It's so much info on the game out. It don't even need to be in the showcase. We got a date already, June 22nd. Like, yeah, I don't know. Is there a trailer? Oh, I'm shocked they didn't put the trailer. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this game looks good. Now, mind you, I put it on my list. So, and I put it on Game Lock. So Game Lock means the day it comes out, they're going to send it to me. So I'm going to get it like 3 days later when it first comes out. I don't know if I'm going to play to beat it because I'm not really into RPGs anymore. But the fact that it has like Devil May Cry type action, I definitely want to play it. And I'll do my first impressions video on it. And it got a bunch of, modes where you can put on easy mode for a gamer like me that don't want to play a game for 1,000 hours. I just want to, play it, beat it, and be done. So, yeah, man. But I'm pretty sure it'll be shown at some point tomorrow, right? Because it is exclusive for Sony currently until the PC port is coming, but they said it will take more than 6 months. So what's your thoughts on this game anyway, man? It's RPG, action RPG. You don't have to worry about controlling 80 people. You only control him. His players that run around with him are controlled by the computer. He has a dog that runs out that's controlled by the computer. I'm sold. Yeah, so.
You have a dog? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yep, you got a dog too.
I'm in. The combat looks really awesome. I did enjoy Devil May Cry when I was younger. I played Devil May Cry 3 and 2, and I didn't get past that. Moved on to other things, but hey, it's a really cool, fun, rewarding combat system. The bosses are always super huge. The upgrading really makes you feel a lot more powerful as you progress with these bigger smash combos. The effects were always really exciting to see. So nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I haven't got into Final Fantasy in a long time, and when I seen the trailer, I instantly was like, man, I want a piece of this, man. Like, yeah, like
Yeah, it gave me Elden Ring meets or Elden Ring meets Devil May Cry with this over the
pretty
shoulder.
much.
It looks like a more polished Elden Ring.
Yeah. Like, look at the
And
gameplay.
then
Like,
boom,
that's
there's
Devil May
Devil
Cry
May
right
Cry.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, and then the big like boss fights, you're gonna be able to transform into Ifrit, like the big fire creature, and you're gonna be able to have big boss battles with big creatures.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get this game full price than Harry Potter, just saying. It's just me,
Oh hell
though.
yeah. Yeah, see, look at this. The big battles you're gonna be able to have, like that's you flying. Like you take control of that griffin. And you're shooting powers and everything. And then look, you lock up with different boss battles. Look at this. This is in-game graphics. You actually fighting right there.
Yeah, there's a
That's
lot to be excited for. It looks fantastic. Look at that. That's a Fury Rush. Boom.
oh
I mean,
man.
it's exciting combat, right? I mean, it's been engineered with years of experience to
Right.
create this. There's so much money behind this franchise, and really, Final Fantasy is the only thing Square Enix does right.
Hey, I resent that remark because they did Marvel Avengers, okay?
Yeah, and the state of Marvel Avengers, if you remind me.
Well, look at this. This is cool, right? Look how cool that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, man. So, but yeah, Final Fantasy looks cool. I'm sure they're gonna show it at some point. They don't even need to, but yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm pulling that off. Let's pull this back up though. If you guys missed it, this was Rudiggz getting his blue belt in jiu-jitsu. And and Purple Haze, I'm telling you right now, I'm getting off in a half an hour. No one's stopping me today. I'm doing a 2-hour show. I say it every day, and then I end up doing 4 hours or 2 hours, 45 minutes or whatever. But I'm going to open it up. If you guys want to join us, Rudiggz, we went way longer than the 30 minutes, but because you're so epic.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. So to join the show, here is the link. Anybody can join. You click that link. You don't have to show your face. If you don't want to, you could simply do this. And no one sees your face, but please be my guest. Join us for the next half an hour as we chat it up a little bit about gaming or whatever. Rudiggz, feel free to stay on if you like. And yeah, let's chat it up. So let me ask you this, Rudiggz. Did you play Marvel Avengers at all? And what was your thoughts?
Yep. I was a massive Marvel Avenger early adopter. I was looking for new experiences on Stadia, and this was one coming in the pipeline. Big fan of the Marvel Avengers series. So I just grabbed in day one, grinding it out. I couldn't find anybody to play with because the multiplayer system was a bit wank. So I actually joined your Discord that you created. And I met up with like Kachil, a couple other people, and we would grind it out all day, all the time.
You know what's crazy?
Grinding it out.
What's crazy is I remember. It's funny when you say that because I remember when you came in the community and your name was so familiar. And before you came in the community, we were playing Marvel Avengers together, and it never really clicked that much. To a little bit after you was in the community. And then when you just brought it up again, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think I had almost like 400 hours on Stadia in Marvel Avengers. I had
Me
all
too.
my characters up to 150. I was all exotic armor, stuff like that. But then I couldn't transfer anything out. It just got lost.
Yeah.
All of that progress. So
So
I was
you know
not happy about that.
So here's what's cool with me. I bought a PlayStation 5, but I was still playing Stadia a little bit more. And I started to slowly transition into more PlayStation because the games was just like, man, they look really good. So what happened to me was Marvel Avengers was on PlayStation Plus. And I was like, oh, I wonder what it would look like. Bro, it not only did it look better, but it had no loading. I seen the loading screen once. And I was like, whoa, and it has Spider-Man. So those three things, and you know what's crazy? I made the conscious decision, and this was before I even stopped playing Stadia. I was like, dude, I'm starting over. So I literally, so for me, before Stadia was even announced to go under, I had already made the decision to start over Marvel Avengers. So then when Stadia was announced to close, I was like, well, I already started over. So yeah, I lost all those hours. I lost all of that, but I feel good for me. I didn't get forced out. I already was like, oh man, I like this better. So that was kind of cool for me. And like Josh said, he said Marvel Avengers still getting played by me and Cowboy. Yeah, so him and I, we got this alliance where I've only did the raid once. So now I'm like, dude, I want to do the raid, I want to do the OLTs, and you know, I want to just do more of it because I still enjoy the combat and everything. So the cool thing is Josh and I, that's one person that loves it as well. So so we play here and there, which is cool. Let me see. Is Rudiggz ready for the Captain America plus Black Panther game set in World War II? Did you hear
Are
about
they
that?
coming out with that? Is that a thing? I've not
It is a
heard
thing.
of that.
No, that's not. Yeah, that it is a thing. Yeah.
Is
Let
that
me.
for just PlayStation have that, or is that just a Marvel release game?
Yeah, it's just a Marvel release game. Let me see. Try to
I
pull it
mean,
up.
it sounds neat off the bat. To be fair, being from Canada, I never related to Captain America.
Okay.
And Black Panther. See Miles Morales. That's my Spider-Man. That's the island boy right there.
Yeah, I
Puerto
mean, yeah,
Rican.
he's remember his mom is Spanish and his dad is black.
Puerto Rican, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let me pull up this info.
But I mean, it sounds like it would be awesome. I mean, you're in World War II. I'm sure you got a lot happening war-wise, conflict-wise. You can do a lot with the story. Yeah.
Yeah, and FCAT was in the wing. FCAT, come back, man. Sorry, I was just trying to pull something up. So here, let's see what we got on it. Guys, let me bring in none other than my right-hand man. FCAT is in the building. And FCAT, what's up, man? Here's the thing, FCAT, you need to let the people know you have a YouTube channel and you actually put out a video.
What?
Yeah, FCAT put out a video, so that was cool, man. So I think you should.
There's
definitely
actually
still
two
do
videos
it.
on that channel.
Yeah. So and FCAT, if you ever do a show like this, I would be your guest if you allow me to, man. Just so you know.
I would come on your show as well, FCAT.
Yeah. Marvel Avengers is a graphical showpiece. It does look. I mean, it does look good, and and did you know? So here's some. Let me put out a couple little.
but
sort of teaser.
Horizon Forbidden West is the graphical showpiece. Like that game ruins other games with its fidelity.
My graphical showpiece was the Callisto Protocol. Bro, I'd never seen faces look that real in a game. That game was beautiful. That's my graphical, showpiece. But let's see. So Untitled Captain America Black Panther video game is an upcoming action adventure game developed by the publishers by Skydance New Media. Let me see. Based on Marvel comic book characters Captain America and Black Panther, set against an original narrative that derives from the long-running comic book mythology and various adaptations, narrative, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Let me see. Yeah, set in World War II. I want to see if I can pull up the trailer.
Skydance Media? I've never heard of.
Yeah, they made what was that one game they made? They made like this RPG. Actually, it wasn't an RPG. It was well, still RPG, but it was a live service game. Here we go.
Mission Impossible.
So here we go. I just got it muted because I'm always getting these flags. It always take me a little bit to get YouTube to unflag me. Like yesterday, FCat got me flagged because he wanted me to play some music from a song he made, and sure enough, I got flagged.
FCat's always getting you into trouble.
I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, he is. But they fixed it really fast though. They allowed me to just swap the music for a different music. So now when people watch it, they can be like, "Oh, this FCat beat," and it's gonna be something totally different.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the shield. It's been scratched by the Black Panther.
King, Captain,
Captain, Soldier, Spy.
It's cool. Good stuff. There you have it, guys. Yeah, that was it. No gameplay. No gameplay. Let's see. I was just gonna say Ghost of Tsushima. Let me see. Ghost of Tsushima in my best PS5 show. Oh, okay. Hey, host, did you hear when I said it earlier? Man, that stage where you're on Ghost of Tsushima, it's the waters and the rocks. That was just stunning. Now, here's the funny thing, Rudiggz. So people say that the game, the Horizon Forbidden West DLC looks even better than the actual game. Did you play it? Did you play it? Oh yeah, you did. So, yeah.
And I beat it. Yeah.
So did you know it was definitely a step up?
Just in case anyone was wondering.
Did you feel it was a step up above the regular game? Like, could you tell?
Oh. And not only that, the gameplay elements. It's like they learned from what worked in God of War Ragnarok and infused it into the DLC. So the story would be happening as you're moving between two places. Like they effortlessly wove it into the gameplay. And I know for a fact they learned that from God of War because that's what I was seeing in God of War. That you're gaming and then it's a story and then you're back into game, like that effortless weaving of storytelling and gaming.
This is a good shout. We need a X-Men game. Yeah, it's been a long time. I think they got to get the franchise up to make it a little bit more popular though. The funny thing is when I first read this, I read in my mind, I heard Mega Man. I was like, yeah, it's been a while since we had a Mega Man game.
Disney owns X-Men.
No, Disney doesn't own X-Men. Sony still owns X-Men, right? Oh no, Disney does own X-Men now, right?
Yeah.
Disney
they do.
X-Men, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was always Sony, but
they're changing it to X people.
No, you're thinking about Fox.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Fox. Thank you. Sony and Spider-Man. Man, it's crazy. It's a shame that Marvel had to sell
Disney owns Fox.
different characters. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, man. XCat. Wow. XCat. Wow. FCat. What is your showpiece game? Like, what game that have you played recently that you think graphics was really stunning?
Destiny 2 Season Deep.
Okay.
Bro, I jumped into this. It is crazy. Like this is story is crazy. Like you go underwater. Okay. You have to go into these bubbles to like keep your life or keep oxygen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this new 6-player activity now.
What describe it? What is it like?
I would say it's kind of like Dares of Eternity and kind of like the old 6-player activities that we got during like Beyond Light and Witch Queen.
Okay. Now, Rudiggz, you're a big Destiny fan. When are you jumping on this thing, man?
Yeah, I play tonight actually at 10 p.m. I get together with the community and we do a raid every Tuesday.
But
Yeah.
are you going to just try like the beginning of this new season that started today? Like, are you going to do what he did? You going to play
Well,
the first
when you
stage or
start the
whatever?
game now,
It
you're
forces you
automatically put
into it.
into it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to do that to get through into the raid portion, but
Right.
I'll take my time. The season's not going anywhere. But it is taking second and third place to the content I have on my plate right now,
Yeah.
which is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm a huge fan. I grew up on Zelda. Remember having an N64 and just beating
Mhm.
out every single slot of the game and then wiping it and beating it out again because I just loved the gameplay so much.
Yeah.
Um,
My
and then
favorite
getting on to the
Zelda.
new ones, it's so good.
My favorite Zelda was actually part 2 on the NES. So it first was Overhead, and then part 2 was when they made it like a 2D side scroller, and I was in love with that, man. Yeah. Ella said, I want a Magneto next gen game. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I can see it. You can control all metal inside.
Yeah,
It's an
right?
open
Just,
world. Imagine you're walking by, somebody's got a pacemaker, and you're just like, nope, and like reaction or something. It could be cool.
yeah, that would be cool. Let's see what Wilson said. Rudiggz, you've got me wanting to play the whole of Zelda just for that new Tears of the Kingdom. It looks really so good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
awesome. I
Rudiggz,
can't help but put it down. Mechanics. I never thought I would have fun like crafting things in the open world, but it's amazing. You put together some fans, you got a hover bike, your weapons going low on health, you throw out like something to fuse it together, put rockets on your shield, you're flying up in the air, go down with your bow. There's just so much
sounds
to love
cool,
about
man.
it. Yeah.
Sounds epic. Reaver the
yeah.
Beaver said my favorite Legend of Zelda game is Twilight Princess.
That was the darker timeline. So Zelda actually splits off into 3 timelines after a singular event, and the game follows these 3 timelines. And similar to Final Fantasy, every link is a different link in a different timeline. Wow. Yeah. So him and Zelda are like 2 beings that are always meant to be together type of story, and they just reoccur in different timelines. And the Master Sword is really like the one constant between the stories.
Guys, hit this like button. I'm 2 likes away from 20 likes. I just think it 20 is kind of cool. I think that's like to have 20 likes on a video. I was watching your stream the other day and you had a bunch of likes. That was really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did a huge marketing campaign, I think,
Yeah,
to pump up my inaugural stream of Tears of the Kingdom. We ended up pumping it up to 70 likes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I think it was up to
I think it was like 71.
almost 60 before I even went live. And it helps for the analytics. The video's gone up to almost 250 views. And you know what? It's just good. It's fun being part of the gaming world and hyping it up, doing promo. Yeah, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff.
Man. Yeah, you know what's cool is being a content creator. It could be nerve-wracking, but I think what's cool is when you put out a video, you put this time and energy, right? You put out a video or you do a stream and you're curious how it's going to do. And then you wait that next day and you look. Like I always look and see, like when this goes off, I always see how many views did it have? Like yesterday, I had that one guy on, right? And when it ended, I had 59 views. I was like, okay. And I was curious to know, like, what am I going to have tomorrow? And like, matter of fact, I'm curious. Let's see. So how many views is that video, is that live stream? So it's 99. So that was cool. It ended with 59 and next day is 99. But then it's some, you be like, oh, wow, look how many views this got. And look how many views this got. Or like, again, sometimes I get drama, but my video for the title was Redfall is not a bad game. I had bigger YouTube channels I never even heard of, covered it. I'm like, why did they choose my video? And it was just cool. Let's go, subscriber. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta get the sound bite. So when that pop up. But thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. That was cool. But man, it's fun. It's fun. Let me see. And Redemption said, I wish Nintendo had better hardware. I think a lot of people do, but I think Nintendo is brilliant. Uh-oh. If Rudiggz show us he got a new Nintendo that no one knows about.
So this little device here, I got with a Kickstarter.
Okay.
This is an AI upscaler, USB to USB. So I plug my Switch into it, and then I plug it into my monitor, and I game at 2K on my Switch. It looks nice. It plays nice. Wow. I like have a 2K Switch, basically.
That is pretty cool. It's little stuff like that, things man. You can do. Really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nintendo's smart, though. I think the moment they compete in hardware, then they got to get dragged through all the drama. You don't have all this support, third-party support. The fact that they're always a little bit behind in hardware, they don't have to have that drama. But FCAT pulled something up. Oh, okay. So this is you playing right now?
Yeah, so I just wanted to put this on and show y'all a little bit of it.
Oh, okay. Are you using Luna? What happened?
Oh, I want to thank Metalhead.
This is remote play.
Okay.
The Xbox game streaming.
For subscribing.
Oh, FCAT, are you pissed that you don't get Kratos, Aloy, and all those cosmetics?
They actually said that that's for all platforms.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not really though. You can't be wearing that as an Xbox player.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
Here we go, guys. Here we go. This is like,
oh wow, look at this.
Brand new stuff to Destiny, guys.
Very cool.
Oh, look, it's actually running smooth online, surprisingly. I'm watching it on my phone. It's actually it's not getting pixelated yet.
So the idea here, and let me just follow the logic if I'm going to be critical. You're in a spacesuit, but you need to find oxygen to breathe.
Yeah, it sounds pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and here's the logic. What about my character is a robot? So
yeah, exactly. Same with mine. The EXO, right?
Yeah. It's kind of cool though. Crazy. So which bar is your health or your oxygen?
So you see where it says pressure resistance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm dying right now.
No, I think that bar at the very top was it also. Yeah, once that went down, you died.
So what happens when you fire arc underwater? Does everything explode?
No, you just can't use your sparrow. You can't
Thanks, Reaver.
Water.
Oh, we got 21 likes now. Hold up, let me take a look. Oh snap! 21 likes. Guys, we got over 20 likes. Give it up, and you know what? I think that's deserving. All right, what we gonna do? An axe kick? Yeah. Right? Let's see. We'll do a jab, quick hit. Woo! 21 likes. You guys are most epic. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna sit down. You know, I'm a silly guy, and I wanted to do a backflip. So Rudiggz, one thing I had planned, I wanted to be able to do a backflip. I think when I turned 45, I said I never did a backflip on the ground, but I was able to do one on a trampoline, right? So I said, I know I could do it. And I don't know why, I just didn't practice, didn't get around to it. Then last year, same thing. I don't know what happened. But then this year, hurt my shoulder, and it will put my equilibrium off because I can't raise my arm too high. So, you know, when you try to go, like just that shock of pain, I think would, you know. So now seeing that they said it's going to take about 6 months. So I'm probably not going to be doing anything until like November. So this whole year is just like, well, whatever. But that's one of my goals. I want to do a backflip on the ground. I want to just be able to, and I know I could do it. It's just I want to practice it.
Damn.
And, you know.
I don't think I could ever do a backflip. But...
So every year I'm getting older. I call it reverse engineering. Rudiggz. Every year I get older, I want to do something I never did before. So I feel like, yeah, I'm getting older, but I'm still, you know. But yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I forgot I wasn't subbed to you. Well, I appreciate it, man. And I'm still mad that you was trying to trick me. This guy came into my Discord and he was like, I'm Ray. And I was like, Ray? He was like, yeah, he showed me pictures of Ray and stuff. I was like, well, why'd you change your name, Ray? He was like, oh, well, you know. And I thought that was Ray. And then I was like, wait, I don't think that's Ray. So then one day I was like, Ray, are you Reaver the Beaver? I think he thought I was playing around. So he was like, yeah, I am. And I was like, no, for real. And then Rock was like, oh, you're saying that because I think his Reaver name is Ryan. He was like, Ryan went into your Discord and said he was Ray. And I was like, yeah. So he was like, nah, he's cool. He was just playing around. I was like, all right.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a joker.
Yeah.
He also
honestly,
streams over on Twitch under Crowbat.
Okay. Crowbat. I think I missed the boat on some of the new people. Like my kind of like end of Stadia days was a little, you know. So I think a bunch of new people was coming in, and I didn't get to meet some of the new people. So like I never really got to really meet Reaver and some other names. Sometimes on Rock Show, I see all these names. I'm like, wow, I never really connected with those people. I missed like the last wave.
There's still time, Reaver. It's an open panel, and you're more than welcome to come on the show anytime.
True.
Right, Cowboy? I don't want to invite people without. Yeah.
Listen, the link is posted. Anybody could click on it and jump in. And so, you know, unfortunately, we got 4 minutes because, guys, I usually eat on camera, but for some reason, Rudiggz is like classy, and I felt like I can't do it when Rudiggz is here. So, and we just been talking and just. So my food is cold, but I'll get to it, and you know, in a couple minutes, I'm gonna go. Oh, Rudiggz, my wife and I started watching Yellow Jackets, and it is really good. I've always heard of the show. Well, it's only 2 seasons, so it's not like been out forever. But I heard about it, and I was like, man, that sounds like something I want to watch. But it was on a channel called Showtime, so I could never watch it. And eventually, some girl was like, "Oh, it's on Amazon Prime." I was like, "For real?" So I went to watch it, and it was like, no, you need a free trial. And I'm like, so then I was so hell-bent telling my wife we was going to start it, found out we couldn't watch it. So I won't say any names, but I was like, you know what? I want to watch the show. So I contacted someone we all know. I said, bro, I need to watch this show. Send me a link. And sure enough, send me the link, and I've been watching the show. Allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Do you know what it's about? Have you heard of it?
I've only seen, you know, the preview of some high school kid with some weird goat head thing on the seems sort of cultish sort of, yeah, but I haven't seen too much on it. Yeah. The one thing I've been watching, which is absolutely hilarious, also on Prime, it's called Jury Duty, and they have one guy who doesn't know anything that's going on, and he's surrounded by actors, and it's all jury duty, and all this stuff's happening around him, and he's like, it's just hilarious. 10 out of 10 the whole time. It's been good. New show on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Have you watched The Boys? Definitely. That's actually the only thing I watch on Prime. I feel like Prime never have anything. They got nothing I like. But The Boys, yes. I've been watching every season of that. Jury Duty is hilarious. All right, guys. Well, listen, this has pretty much come to the end of the show. This was cool. Rudiggz, man. Bro, I dig Rudiggz, you know? I dig Ru, you know? It's just our chemistry, man, is fun. It was so smooth. We got to talk about games and everything, and it just felt like I was just kicking back, you know? And then, you know, FCAT had to come in here and, you know, break up our bromance, but, you know, it's all good.
Oh, I love FCAT. I run the FCAT fan club. I'm a huge FCAT fan.
Yeah, no, I'm
a big promoter of the FCAT conspiracy that he comes from a different dimension.
I mean, at one point in time, he sounded
remember
like
his
it.
mic issues back in
Yeah,
the
at
day.
one point in time, he sure as hell sound like it. Oh, thank you very
Cowboy,
much. I
I
appreciate
am
it.
always humbled to come on the show. I'm always excited when I get an invite, and I'm always pissed when I can't be on the panel and argue that a remaster and a remake are the same thing. But yeah,
I ain't not even messing with you today. I'm not messing with you. I listen, whatever, man. You know,
it's always a
but one
blast,
day.
man, and I'm happy to come on here.
Well, listen, man, do me the honors. I know Rudiggz, wow. I know FCAT does this for me, but oh wait. Before I do that, guys, tomorrow, as you see those belts back there, is We Wrestle Wednesdays. And last week it was an upset because my son and his friends start playing a couple weeks, or not a couple, but some weeks ago, and they just been dominating, beating everybody. But last week was my day as I faced my son in the final event for the new World Heavyweight Championship in a Hell in a Cell match, and I beat him one-on-one, took that title. So that little crybaby talking about he's going to get it back. So, guys, if you're into that stuff, check it out. I know it's not for everybody. It gets crazy. We arguing sometimes like we were about to fight. One night, Rock came on, right? And we're screaming and arguing. And the next day, Rock was like, who's that guy you was arguing with? I was like, oh, that's my son. We're in the same house. He's in the other room. But yeah, we love it. But anyway, yeah, so that's what's on tomorrow. Thursdays, I started doing a thing called We Play Games over here Thursdays, because we talk about the ABK deal, and I don't care. Listen, I'm playing whatever. So typically I play a little bit of Xbox stuff on xCloud, and then I jump over to PlayStation. Now, I did just cancel my subscription for Game Pass today. So that runs out on the 1st, I think. So I might not be playing Xbox games for a little bit until they come out with something else or one. But long story short, the theory was, let's stop talking about what's better, what company. I just want to get people to play games together. So I'll see how I did a thing called.
Won't get it again until Starfield comes out.
I mean, we never know. I mean, Xbox, but I think these subscription services are derailing me. Like how Rudiggz got a bunch of games on his backlog. Every time I get a subscription service, I get it just for this game I don't really know if I want to play. And then now I feel like, well, I got to play more games because I spent $15. And then next you know, it's like, bro, I ain't played Marvel Avengers in a month. I was trying to level up Hope, but I'm playing these games I don't really care about. So I think I'm going to I even downgraded my PlayStation Plus. So I want to take a back seat on just playing random games besides when I rent a game from GameFly. That I specifically say, hey, that's the game I want to play. And if I don't like it, I send it back. So, come check me out on tomorrow, Thursday. Let's play some games together. Try to play some multiplayer games. It's going to be cool. So we'll be playing Xbox games as well. If you guys got Xbox Game Pass or whatever. But yeah, Rudiggz, is there any last thing you want to say?
Just RUDIGGZ, YouTube and Twitter. I'm gaming 10 p.m. on weeknights. And yeah, it's been a pleasure being on the show. And, I was once just sitting in the chat and then I clicked in, and now I never regret coming on the Cowboy show, just chilling out, having a good time, laughing it up. It's always epic. And don't be afraid to get in and just chill.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think a lot of people, they do have this fear of coming on. Remember, you don't have to show your face. Just jump in. But guys, look at these graphics. Here's Rudiggz channel. I want to pull that up. I love it. It's just stunning.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I want to pull that up. So check him out. RUDIGGZ, Rudiggz. And yeah, he's, like I said, I put my stamp of approval on Rudiggz. Click on the link. Actually, let me just put it again before we go out of here. If you guys came in late and you missed it, here is Rudiggz channel. Bam, right there. So definitely give him a sub. Oh wait, I just did the wrong thing. My bad. I clicked on the wrong thing. Now I'm about to send you guys an invite to join. Or no, actually, I sent you the link for this app. Anyway, here's Rudiggz channel right here. If you guys are watching it back, because a lot of, which is cool. I love to see the next day it's like double the people that watch, so that's kind of cool. But guys, there you go. Check out Rudiggz. Check out FCAT because he's getting it started, man, with his channel. And with that being said, Rudiggz, can you take us out of here? You know what I say at the end, Rudiggz?
Well, just pre-warning disclaimer. My channel, the videos that I'm putting up are gonna be pretty silly and ridiculous. Like,
okay,
nobody should take it seriously.
Hey, you gotta put that warning out, man. I love it. You know, people did that to me. Yo, Cowboy, as I had to come up with the little this is for entertainment purposes only. People take everything so literal. But with that being said, I'm gonna eat my fried shrimp and my red beans and rice and my biscuit. So Rudiggz, man, you know what we say around here to end the show?
And now your mama knows.
Yeah.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh man.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.
I'll make you famous.